Hello, my tubies, my Teletubby, Sheila True Love, back here with you. And we are definitely we're still talking about crack, drug addicted narcissists. A lot of things happen to some of these people which cause them to be narcissists. And you can see what leads people to become narcissists at times. You're also going to see why Sheila True Love hated when men go to prostitutes, because a lot of these prostitutes, they are bipolar, schizophrenic, they have mental illness, they have things that happen to them in their life which cause them to be prostitutes. Most of these prostitutes out here that you see, tubies, they've been raped, they've been traumatized. And for some dust mite or dude to be able to whip out his penis and take advantage of women who have already been taken advantage of, it angers me. It sickens me. I think all men, any type of dude that goes to he needs to be castrated either surgically or chemically. Cut it off. Because if you're a sex addict, then that means, like the Bible says, if you got a problem with this or problem with that, cut it off. And I can show you the scripture for that one. Because sitting around here just taking advantage of women this way, encouraging women to do porno, prostitute yourself. You know, there's things that have happened to these women. These women could be your daughter. They could be your mother, your sister. And I hate men who go to prostitutes. They make me sick. And I personally, if it was me, I'd have them put to death. I'd put a bullet in their head. You know what a vigilante is? I would kill all Johns, all Tricks. I would kill them. But I'm not God or Christ, so I can't make judgment like that to decide, you know, who lives and who dies. Because to do something as low as take advantage of not only women, men are being prostituted too. Being taken advantage of. Yeah, that kind of maggot needs to be put to death. Those ones that are, prostitution porn wouldn't exist if there was no clients. If there were no customers, it wouldn't exist. Anyway, listen to this lady here. Her name is Deborah. Listen to her story, and then you're going to understand why I hate them so desperately.
Debbie.
Yeah.
We met many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I photographed you, and we just ran into each other on the streets.
Yeah.
So tell me what's new since the last time I photographed you, which was about 7, 8, 9 years ago.
Oh, well, I'm clean now.
You're clean now, which is
I've
great.
been clean.
Congratulations. So the drug that you were using was what?
It was called crack cocaine.
Yes, I've heard of it.
Yeah.
And how long have you been clean?
Ooh. Really, I couldn't even tell you. It's been quite some time.
Years.
A few years.
And
yeah.
Is the temptation still there when you see it? Because it's everywhere.
No, but what it does, it bothers me to see other people doing it. If I can get clean, they can too.
Yeah.
It's not a problem. What I can't stop doing is smoking cigarettes. Well, I can, but it's harder.
Now, what I want my tubies to focus on here, this lady, if you're looking at Deborah, she's 47. 47. Look at how drugs could pull you down so badly. I would have never guessed this woman was 47. She looks more like she's 70. Not to be trying to be offensive or anything, but in fact, it is what it is. The woman looks old as hell.
To stop those than it is drugs.
What do you think keeps all these people on the street doing crack or heroin?
I don't know. Probably things like if they were in a program, like a rehab or whatever, things that took them out, like a family member dying.
Stress.
Or stressing, yeah. I don't know, having to do things that happened when they were a kid, being traumatized, things like that, more than likely. Or there's some people who just like it.
That's what I want to focus on. That's what a friend of mine, her name was Fidelia, she said, you have to understand, Sheila, some people, they just like the gutter. They love it. That's my ex-narc husband. And he wasn't traumatized, even though I think maybe he was raped as a kid or whatever. He had a bad father, bad mom, whatever. Well, issue, you know, not maybe so bad, but he went through some things like we all do. But I think that he was raped because he has cerebral palsy. He has His arm is like bent or whatever, and he has like a little limp with his walk. And I think he was raped or something did happen to him as a child. And that's horrible. At the same time, Jehovah and Jesus Christ saw that. And that's why they blessed him, with a wonderful wife, an amazing family who everybody was pitching in to help this kid. I loved him, loved him, loved him, loved him with all the love that I knew how to give. And he couldn't appreciate that. So it's like this Deborah says here, some people just love the gutter. They don't want anything decent. They don't want it. He felt that he couldn't shine being around people who had their shit together. He couldn't shine. So, yeah, whatever this is. Yeah, I can't do you, baby. I'll talk to you later. You can't shine around people like he hated my son. He hated. He talked to them and act like he don't. My son, he was jealous. My brother, he was jealous. My son-in-law, he was jealous. The only one he could tolerate was my daughter. That's because she's light skinned and she's cute, and he feels that's something he could dominate. No, he thought he could dominate. He could never dominate my daughter. That ain't happening. Okay, because she's the type who would bust him upside his head and call it a day. She got a little bit of a mom in her. That ain't happening. But no matter how much love we gave him, it was never enough. Why? Because some people, like she says, they just like it. They love the gutter, and that's it, and that's all.
I always think some people are like driven to self-destruct.
Exactly.
And there's nothing that's going to get in the way of that.
Nothing.
Right.
They won't let anything.
They won't let anything get in the way of them self-destructing.
Exactly.
That's what I see a lot.
Exactly. Then some of them don't realize that's what they're doing.
No.
They're self-destructing and they don't realize that that's exactly what they're doing.
If you were to explain it to them, they would think you're speaking crazy.
Yeah, they think you're the crazy one.
Yeah.
Get away from me.
But you see their behavior, it's like, you've lost your kids, you've lost
it's like, I look at them, I'm like, oh my God, that used to be me.
Yeah.
And it makes me a little sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think once you've gotten clean of it, then you see the picture very clearly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you see what you used to be, and it's horrible.
When you're in the middle of it, you don't see any of it.
It's horrible. Like you just said, when you're in the middle of it, you don't see any of that. You see yourself as, like, you glamorize yourself. You know what I'm saying? You look good, you talk good, you act good, you dress good, all of that. And really, it's awful.
No, but seeing you before and seeing you now, you look healthier. Your energy is much better.
Thank you.
You're much more coherent and clear thinking. I remember all of this.
Very much.
Yesterday, you've improved in every. I almost didn't recognize you when I saw you in the street.
Really?
Well, I just think you look so much healthier and better.
Oh, thank you. I'm trying. I can't. I wanted to give up, but that would be giving up on myself, be giving up on my family, everything, me giving up on it.
I agree with her on that point. You giving up on yourself, that's crazy. You shouldn't give up on yourself. And if you don't have enough love for yourself, then how about have enough love for your family? You have people that love you, people that value you. You may not feel that way because you done burnt a couple of bridges, but if you could get your act straight for a minute, I'm sure if it's real love that they have for you, they'll take you back because love works like that. Just get it together, man or a woman. And you don't give up on yourself. Jesus Christ haven't given up on you. Jehovah God hasn't given up on you. And all the people who genuinely love you, nah, they haven't given up either. Believe that.
Everything, and I can't do that.
So tell me what got you into drugs in the first place, years ago.
My family. I hate to say that. It sounds bad, I know.
It's mostly.
I was traumatized as a child from age 4 until I was 13. A lot of different people. I'd rather not get into it. It's pretty bad. Okay, I was molested. I was beaten. I was molested by my brother first. He was the very first one at 4 years old. He penetrated my diaper, and he penetrated me with his thumb.
This is what I'm talking about. Now you're going to get into the part of why I hate men who lay up with prostitutes or encourage women into porno. Because they don't know this woman's journey, what she's been through. Listen to what Deborah has been through. So yes, she turned to crack. You know she was out there prostituting. And guess what? She had clowns, dust mites that was sitting up there, drop to your knees. I want to come in your mouth. Suck this. You run up in her rectum. All of that crap. Why did she turn out like that? Look at what happened to this woman. This is crazy. And then you sitting up here with prostitutes. You know damn every last one of these women. 99.9% of them, they have been traumatized. Or they're bipolar. They have some type of mental illness. You've got to be mentally ill when you want to go around being a cum guzzler. A professional cum guzzler, sucking down different men's semen all in your mouth. Your belly is filled up with cum swimming all up in it. Come on now. Something's got to be wrong with this woman. You got different men running all up in you, sodomizing you. Oh, come on. No. And those are evil bastards. And like I said, if I could be a vigilante, they wouldn't be walking this earth today. Or if they're walking, they don't have no penis and no balls. I bet you that.
And that went on for a couple of years, and he dropped it off. He didn't die or anything, but he stopped doing it. And I had 5 stepfathers that took his place. Separate ones. Yeah, at different times, periodically. My mother was a blackout drunk, a happy drunk, a violent drunk. Whatever kind of drunk there is, she was in. So she never knew that I was being molested by my stepfathers. Every one of them did it. And I had 2 sisters, but I was the only girl left at home. So, because I'm the baby girl. Yeah.
So this went on for quite a while.
Yeah, until I was 13.
13. And then at 13, what happened?
I left. I ran away.
You ran away at 13?
Because my mother had the audacity to tell me if anything happened to you, she knows damn well there did. There was also 2 other men that I don't even know their names. It was back when I was a child. Okay. My man, if anything happened to me, I wanted it to happen. I did it. I'm a whore.
According to her.
According to her, I'm a whore. Get out of my house. And she literally kicked me out of the house at 13. Yeah. So I went ahead and left at 13. And I've been on my own ever since.
Where'd you go at 13?
All over.
You just like...
Traveled. With this. Yep.
Where'd you grow up?
Alabama.
What city?
Birmingham. In Jefferson County. And I grew up in Shelby County, in Chelsea, a little town called Chelsea. That's where I went to high school at. And everything too. It's called Chelsea High School, that's why I say high school. But it's elementary, preschool, elementary, and all that, all into one.
And when did drugs come into the picture?
When I was 8.
You were 8?
Yeah.
How'd you get introduced to drugs at 8?
God rest her soul, my sister Victoria. She was the first person to ever put a pipe in my mouth. Or a needle in my arm when I was 12. And it released a lot of the pain out of me. However, I don't blame her anymore. Because I'm the one that kept doing it. I did that. I'm not mad at her or nothing anymore. However, the people at this man named Don, he's a counselor, at the Hillsman Treatment Facility, which I graduated from. Also, I'm an alumni from there. He told me, no, I need to still blame her. Because if it wasn't for her, I would have never started. He doesn't know that. He doesn't know that. I could have did it on my own.
I think taking responsibility is the key.
But regardless, I kept doing it. I kept putting a pipe in my mouth. I kept putting a needle in my arm. I did that. She was murdered at 23. She was shot up with enough cocaine poisoning to kill 2 people. And that was back in Alabama. That was one of the things. Luckily, I was here, but it still tore me up pretty bad because I was really, really close to her. Really close to her. My father was murdered when I was 3, and I watched that happen. He was shot in the back with a double-barrel shotgun. There was a hole in his back as big as a baseball as he was breathing. You could hear the gravel going in and out of his back. I was laying on top of him. Because from the impact of the shot in his back, he hit the little, the old cars, they got that little push button thing on the handle, and it opens. The old cars.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. From the impact of the shot, it caused his thumb, I guess, the reflex to open the door where I was pounding on the window, calling his name, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. And I fell out on top of him. That's how I know what it sounded, the gravel going in and out of his back, how it sounded.
How much do you think the environment you grew up in played a part in your addiction?
All of it. For me, all of it. All of it. Now that I'm clean, I don't know how to put that. I don't know how to put it. I really don't.
You've done it. And sometimes words are not going to.
Yeah, there's nothing I can say. Yeah, you're right.
I think you already have. The example that you said is a beautiful one.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you very much.
You made my day when I saw you walking up to me. I know her, but that doesn't look like.
That doesn't look like her.
It should be worse, not better.
That part. I should be dead.
You look better, yeah.
Really.
So I'm so proud of her, as we all should be if she's really clean and sober. I really am very proud of her, and I hope she stays that way. This is the end of part 3. I will be making more of these videos because I think they're going to prove to be helpful to so many, and also for a lot of the Tubies and Teletubbies who feel that a lot of these narcissists are going to get away with the things that they do. At the same time, look at how they end up. I have my first husband. He's a crackhead, a heroin addict, pill popper, crystal meth. He's on anything to keep him from reality. He can't believe how he lost a good wife and 2 amazing children. Both of his children are winners. They're both successful careers, wonderful home, living a car, driving around on Jehovah God and Jesus Christ team. Both of his children. Okay? So he's lost his mind. He's like, and I can imagine his brain must be so fried by now. He was very smart though, so maybe, if he was smart, he wouldn't be out there on that. But he had a lot of book knowledge. He was very knowledgeable. He was a reader. He loved reading spiritual things. Of course, Satan saw that and had to throw a monkey wrench in that. He wasn't strong enough to fight back spiritually, though. I don't know. Maybe his heart was rotten, and people who are rotten, according to Proverbs chapter 24, verse 16, they don't get back up. If you have an evil heart, Jehovah sees it, Jesus Christ sees it, and they don't get back up. Read Psalm 73 again. I got to tell you about that one, because that one, every time I keep thinking about, wow, look at how they're getting away with it. They got this going on. They got that going on. I read Psalm 73 out loud. I have to read it out loud, because I have to keep in mind how God and Jesus Christ have them on slippery ground, honey. They're gonna slip up. They're gonna keep slipping up. Anyway, you always have a choice. This is Sheila True Love, truly, truly, truly loving you. Wow, I just got one of my Tubies. She said, I bought your book. I just bought your book. Really? Thank you. And again, I want to say, I really appreciate your gift or your donations of $7 or more, my Tubies, for me answering your questions or the emails that I answer. This is how I supplement my income so that I don't have to work 2 jobs. That's pretty much what that's all about. And because I know for a fact that if I had 2 jobs, I would never be able to provide the information that I provide or be here to encourage my Tubies in the way that I try so hard to do. Again, I wanted to say thank you so much for the extra work. and the donations. And please keep the emails and the phone calls coming. You can get a quicker response if you email me. Just type up what the problem is and what you're going through, and I will email back the answer. And if you feel that you need to hear a voice or something, call me. That's it. That's all. I love you very much. We'll talk again. You always have a choice. Please choose wisely. Bye for now.